Good day to lecturers and to my friends. Today I and my friend going to present the PPT of DFC 30133 Object Oriented Programming. My name is Munishwari Daughter Munyanti. My registration number is 03DDT19F1025. So now I want to begin with my PPT questions. PBT question are Mr. Ahmad is the owner of a bookstore in Petaling Jaya in 2020. Malaysia was hit by coronavirus and for the first time a movement control order MCO was issued by the Malaysian government that year. During the MCO, country's economic sector was severely affected. Subsequently, in 2021, the Malaysian government has once again announced a MCO for the whole state due to the widespread of coronavirus, and there is an increase in COVID cases from day to day. Due to the MCO instruction, Mr. Hamad decided to give a massive discount for every purchases of books at his bookstore. The discount rate given for every purchases of books at Mr. Hamad's bookstore is depend on the quantity book that being purchased. Table 1 and 2 below show the details about customers' purchase info and discount rate for every purchase of books. Table 1 Customer Purchase Info. Customer name Hassan and city. Book category for Hassan is education. Book name is professional C++. Quantity purchase Hassan is 40. The price per book is RM under 20. Customer second is city. Book category she buys reference. Book name is of Oxford Dictionary. Quantity purchase is 15. Price per book is RM 80. Table 2 is discount rate. Book category reference. Quantity book purchase more than 20. Discount rate is 45%. If book category education means more than 30, book quantity purchase means discount rate will get 50%. Based on the table above, you are required to develop a program that helps Mr. Hamad to calculate total prices that his customers need to pay after discount. Users of the system will enter customer names. Second is enter book category and quantity book that customers purchase. Third is obtain an output display regarding the information of customers' purchase details. First, in Java class, we declare our name, metric number for class, and the problem-based task. Line number 6 start with import java.io.bufferreader. Bufferreader meaning is class reads text from a character input stream, buffering characters so as to provide for the efficient reading of characters, arrays, and lines. Following are the important points about the bufferreader. The buffer size may be specified or the default size may be used. Each read request made a reader's causes a corresponding read request to be made of the underlying character for or by stream. Second is import java.io.io exception. Java IO exception is an exception which programmers uses in the code to throw a failure in input and output operations. It is a checked exception. The programmer needs to subclass the IO exception and should throw the IO exception subclass based on the context. Third one is import java.io.inputStreamReader. An input stream reader is a bridge from byte streams to character streams. It reads bytes and decodes them into characters using a specified char set. The char set that it uses may be specified by name or may be given explicitly, or the platform default char set may be accepted. After that, abstract class book PBT. Abstract class is a class which cannot be instantiated, meaning you cannot create new instance of an abstract class. The purpose of an abstract class is to function as a base for subclasses. This Java abstract class tutorial explains how abstract classes are created in Java, what rules apply to them. Now we declare the variable. First we declare it is string book name. String is a sequence of characters that exists as an object of the classes in java.lang. Second, we declare int quantity purchased. Whole number as such as 8, 10, 12, extra are stored using the int variable. The int stands for integer. Third one is we declare double price. Double price is floating point number like 8.4, 10.5, 12.8 etc. are stored using the double variable. After that, float total. Buffer reader std equals to new buffer reader, new input stream reader system.in is Java input stream reader is a bridge between byte streams and character streams. It reads bytes and decodes them into characters using a specified charset. It is recommended to wrap on input stream reader within a buffer reader for optional efficiency. So now we abstract the methods in exception handling. First one is abstract white display. It throws IO exception. Abstract meaning is if the abstract method in the interface throws certain exception, the implemented method can throw the same exception. Second abstract method is abstract void info edu throws IO exception. Third is abstract void info ref throws IO exception. Then close it, end of abstract class book pbt. After that, in line 29, class book2 extends book pbt. Class extends means the extends keyword extends a class, indicates that a class is inherited from another classes. In Java, it is possible to inherit attributes and methods from one class to another. We group the inheritance concept into two categories. First is subclass is child, the class that inherits from another class. Second is superclass is called parents, the class being inherited from a class. Use the extends keyword. After that, we use method overriding. Overriding is a feature that allows a subclass or child class to provide a specific implementation of a method that is already provided by one of its superclasses or parent classes. When a method in a subclass has the same name, same parameters or signature, and same return type or subtype as a method in its superclass, then the method in the subclass is said to override the method in the superclass. After that, white display throws IO exception. White meaning is the keyword white simply tells the compiler that main does not return a value. Throws IO exception is meaning an exception is thrown if we want it to be handled by the calling function. It means the main method is not catching any exceptions. Instead, it handles the IO exception, input output exception, by throwing it to the source which invoke the main method. Example, JVM needs to handle to exception. The exception doesn't just disappear, it still has to be handled by calling function, otherwise it will crash the program. After that, system.out.print, it's print book name dot. So system is a final class defined in the java.lang package out. This is an instance of print stream type, which is a public and static member field of the system class. Print in is as all instances of print stream class have a public method print in. Hence, we can invoke the same on out as well. This is an upgraded version of print. It prints any argument passes to it and adds a new line to the output. We can assume that system.out represents the standard output stream. So that book name equals to std.readline. Readline std is a stand for standard input, which is a stream from which the program reads its input data. This method is slightly different from the input method, as it is always read the escape character entered by the user. Thank you. That's all from my part. Now my friend Archana will continue.
Good day to lecturers and to my friends. Today my friend and I are going to explain the PPT of object-oriented programming. So before that my teammate Monisari was explained line 1 to line 88. So now I am going to continue line 79. So why I am put slash method overriding. So what is the meaning of slash? Slash is whenever we use NetBeans or Java programming, we use the slash to put comment to describe a particular word or particular method function like that. So I also use this comment, that is method overriding, for the line 80 override word. So what is override? So override is a method, okay? It's a method in Java programming. So the ability of a subclass to override a method allows a class to inherit from a superclass whose behavior is close enough, and then to modify behavior as needed. The overriding method has the same name, number and type of parameters, and return type as the method that it overrides. So we use this override method whenever the method was following by the subclass. That means subclass is following the method of superclass. So we will use override. So after that, line 81, void info ref. Ref means reference. We shortly put a ref, and then throws IO exception. So what is void? So void is a Java keyword used at method. So we usually use this void Java keyword to use at method declaration and definition to specify that the method does not return any type. The method returns void. So after void info ref, we have put throws IO exception, because throws IO exception, I want to briefly explain about the meaning of throws and also exception. So the throws is a keyword in Java. It's used to declare exceptions that can occur during the execution of a program. For any method that can throw exceptions, it is mandatory to use the throws keyword to list the exceptions that can be thrown. Unchecked exceptions don't need to be thrown or handled explicitly in code. Example of exceptions are array boundary is out, numeric, arithmetic. This is all are exceptions. So now line 83, we have used system out print. So what is system out print? So system out print is a statement which print the argument passed to int. The print method display results on the monitor and also is used to print an argument that is passed to int. The statement can be broken into three parts which can be understood separately as system. Okay, system. The system word is a final class defined in the Java. So out meaning this is an instance of print string type, which is a public static member field of the system class. Okay, and then we have put some content into the system out print, that is quantity purchased, because we want to display in the output. Okay, and then we need to put the semicolon, because semicolon plays a powerful characteristic in this Java program. If we didn't put a semicolon means will we get error, so we cannot run, so we need to put semicolon. And then we have declared some variables, that is quantity purchase. So quantity purchase equals to integer parseInt bracer std.readline and then brackets. So what is quantity purchase? As I told you a few minutes ago, quantity purchase is a variable that we declare in this programming. Okay, and then now I am going to explain integer. Integer is a number, and then dot parseInt. ParseInt it's a method. Okay, parseInt is a method in Java programming. So parseInt method of the integer class accepts a string value, parses it as a signed decimal integer and returns it. Instantiate an input stream reader class by passing your input stream object as a parameter. Now read integer value from the current reader as string using the readLine method, that is this readLine. So what is std? Okay, std, why we put std? Because we are calling the buffer reader. Okay, we have create object for the buffer reader as std. So we call the buffer reader method over here. Okay, and then line number 85. So total also a variable that we declared in our program, and then equals to 80 times, that means multiply quantity purchase. That means total will be 80 multiply and then quantity purchase of user, and then line number 89. So if we was used if else statement. So I'm going to briefly explain about if else statement. So use if to specify a block of code to be executed if a specified condition is true. Okay, the meaning of if is we will use to specify whether the condition is true. Okay, we only use the if to for the condition, for the true condition, and then else to specify a block of code to be executed if the same condition is false. So we use if to true condition and else to false condition, and then else if to specify a new condition to test if the first condition is false. So we didn't use if else over here because we just have short or just two calculation like that only. So we just use if and else. Okay. If else also. Okay, if else are from the control structure. Okay, this is also a part of control structure. So we have used control structure, that is if else statement, and then so I'm going to briefly explain about this if else statement process. So if the quantity purchase of the user are more than 20, okay, the user if the user buy the quantity more than 20, so the user will get okay, you can see here, if user buy more than 20 books from references, that means the category book, we have two category, that is references and also education. And then if they buy more than 20 books from reference category, they will be get 45% discount. So we have print some content to look beautiful and creative on the output. So now I am going to explain line 93. So we display some contain here total price. That means after the user choose category, what book, and then they will be get and receive total cost. So the total cost will be how many is based on how many books they buy and the category. So now line number 94. Line number 93 is the total fee without discount. Okay, line number 94 is the total fee with 45 discount. After the 45 discount was mixed with the total. So it total divide by 100 and then multiply with 45. So what is math round? So math round it's a Java language. So it will be built-in match function which returns the closest long to the argument. The result is rounded to an integer by adding 1 over 2, taking the floor of the result after adding 1 over 2, and casting the result to type long. Floor means round down to the nearest number. That means if the total was 99 ringgit 69 cent, so this math round Java language will be used for the 99 ringgit 69 cent. It will be round down to the nearest number. That means 99 ringgit 60 cent. Okay, so we used math round for that. So now line number 102 is the else statement. So okay, why we use else statements? Because if we use if to the if the user buy more than 20 books on the reference category. So for else is the user buy less than 20 books from reference category. So they will be don't get 45% discount if they buy less than 20 books. So it will be display line number 106 only the total cost, total fee only. They will don't get 45%. So then same we put here the thank you message to the user to visit our bookstore, and then this is end of the method white info references method, and then this is end of the subclass book that is inherit from the abstract class book PBT. So now I am going to explain line number 119. So class final. Why we have put here class final is because this is the main class of this program. So after that line number 121 we have put the main section with exception handling. Okay, the main method goes with exception handling. So public static void main string arg throws IO exception. Why we throws the IO exception here also is because the throws key as I explained before, throws is a keyword in Java. So it is used to declare exception that can occur during the execution of a program. For any method that can throw exception, it is mandatory to use the throws keyword to list the exception that can be thrown. So the keyword is any method that can throw exception. Okay, it is mandatory to use this throws keyword. That means throws IO exception. So unchecked exceptions don't need to be thrown or handled explicitly in code. So throws, as I told before, throws IO exception like array, index, out of boundary, numeric, something else, and array, arithmetic, like that. So and then 1 to 3 is buffer reader. We also declare the buffer reader over here in the main class also. And then we was declare some two variable over here, int type, that means integer type, and then string customer name. So now line number 1 to 7, book 2 B1 equals to new book 2 and semicolon. So what does this line mean? Okay, why we put book 2 equals to new book again? So I will explain now. So we are creating new object for the subclass. We cannot okay, we can create for superclass also, but we are put abstract. We also use the abstract methods, right? So we cannot create new object for the abstract classes. If it's not abstract class, we can create new object. So now it's abstract class, so we cannot create new object for the abstract class. So we can only create for this program is subclass only. So we have one subclass, that is book 2. So book 2 sama dengan new book 2. Okay, we done with create new object, and then now 1 to 9, 1 to 8. So we are put some content to display in the output. That is welcome to world famous Shakespeare and Company bookstore. Okay. Line number 130 is to display on the output. So we will ask customer name. Line number 131, cust name is, we declare the customer name as a variable in this program is cust name. So cust is shortcut for the customer, and then equals to std.readline. That means we are calling the buffer reader short name. So create object like that. Okay, and then dot readline. As I told you before, readline it will be read the input. Okay, it will be read the input. So now okay, 132, line number 132. So B1, why we put B1 here? Because we are calling the methods. Okay, the methods that we are put in the subclasses. Okay. Okay, again I am going to explain you why we put B1 is we are going to call the method that is in the subclass book 2. Okay, we cannot call the methods in the abstract class. We can only do is we can copy we should and we must copy the abstract class methods to the subclasses. So B1 dot display. So we are calling the method of the display that is in the subclass book 2. Okay. So I'm going to show that method. Okay, here line number 35. We have white display. So this white display we call here to display in the output. So then this is some contents you want to print in the output, and then line number 138. We will ask in the output, please select the book category, whether it's education or references. And then line number 141, we will be asked option that user chose is. That means we will display what book category was chose by the user. So display content plus type. Type means this what category was chosen by the user. Okay, why we use these particular words to user input their book category in the output. And then now line number 144, again we are using the if-else statement that is in the control structure. If-else statements are from control structure. And then line number 144, if, okay, again I told you, if means the condition is true, the true condition. Okay, else if also true condition, else only the false condition. Okay, now if the user type 1, that means if the user type 1, okay, 1 is equals to education, book 2, we are again creating new object for the if-else statement. for the subclass book 2. So b2 dot info edu, we are calling back the methods in the subclass book 2. Okay, that means info education. And then line number 148, else if the user type 2 means, that means references. Again we are creating, not creating, we are using the same create new object that we create in the line 145. So 150, we are calling the method that in the subclass of the subclass. Okay, methods that in the subclass. So info references. And then else, if they wrongly type 3, 4 or 5, 6 like that, they will be get this display. They will be get the receive this message. Sorry, your selection is out of range, because we have only 2 selection, only 1 or 2. Okay, and then now this is end of the main class. Sorry, this is end of the main function. Okay, this is end of the main class of final. So now I am going to explain the output. Okay. Okay. Right click, run file. It's running. Okay. As I told you before, this is the first display. Welcome to world famous Shakespeare and Company bookstore. So we are asking the customer name. For example, I am typing Peter Parker and then enter book name. What book name? For example, Harry Potter. Harry Potter book. Okay, enter. And then what kind of category this book? So we are going to choose the category of the book. So I am pressing 1, and then in another output I will be showed the references. Okay. Okay, option that user chose is 1 and then quantity purchase. So as I thought before, if the user are buy 40, I think 40, wait, okay, if the user buy quantity purchase for the book category of education 30, okay, 30 above. Okay, if the user buy 30 above from the book category education, they will be get 50% discount. So I am pressing more than 30, so 35. So you can see the output. If user buy more than 30 books from education category, will be get 50%. So for, you see, total price is 4200. Yeah, I'm going to show the calculation for you. So we get the calculator. So you can see education more than 30 book from education category will be get 50% discount. So 35 each book, that means one book of book category of education is 120. So we are going to 35 multiply with 120 will be 4,200. So 4,200 is the total price. So after 50% discount multiply with the total price, that means 4,200 divided by 100 and then times with 50% will be 2,100. So this is the calculation. So this is the a thank you display for the customer who visit our bookstore. So now I am going to show if user buy less than 30 books, they will don't get 50% discount. So it's running. Okay, try to run again. So now we are going to do less than 30 book will don't get discount. So Emma see book. Okay, one I choosing the book category education, so number one, and then the quantity purchase is less than 30, right? So I'm going to click 25. So okay, 25 times by one book is for book category of education is 120. So it will be 3,000. So the total price is 3,000. So this is a simple message for the user. So now I'm going to show the references. Okay, more than 20 will be get 45%. If they buy less than 20, they don't get the 45%. So and view article. I'm choosing book category number 2 references, and then the quantity purchase is okay, more than, we are now going to look more than 20 will be get 45%. So more than 20, right? So I'm going to click 25. So 25 times by one book or per book for book category of references is 80. So 25 multiplied with 80 ringgit. So 2,000. The total price is 2,000. The user was buy more than 20 books. So they will get 45% discount. So we are going to do the calculation. So 2,000 divided by 100 multiply with 45%. So they will be get 900. The total price with 45 discount. So this is the output. So this is a message for the user, and then again, and now we are running to look at the output. If user buy less than 20 will be don't get 45% discount. So Amy article of OOP. So I'm choosing again book category number 2 references. So I'm going to choose less than 20. So clicking 15. Okay, 15 times by 80 per book. So equals to 1200. So the total price is 1200. So thank you message for the user. So that's all from me. I hope I am well explained. My teammate and I was well explained. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Thank you.